Hi guys, my name's Mary Lou from What's Lou Cooking. My husband and I decided to start this channel so that we could give you guys some easy recipes, some family-friendly recipes, and that are very simple ingredients, or that have very simple ingredients so that you're able to make them and everybody will enjoy. We're really happy and we will be very thankful if you guys give us some constructive criticism on what to do. We hope that these recipes, you enjoy them as much as we do. We love these recipes and we're just sharing them on to you. I get questions all the time about my recipes and people want to know how I make them, so we made this channel so that you're able to get the recipe. So today we're going to be sharing with you our turkey meatloaf, and not a lot of people like meatloaf, but whenever I feed it to people they enjoy it because it tastes more like a meatball, and I'm hoping that you guys enjoy it. So stick around and here we go. Hi there, today on What's Lou Cooking I'm going to cook my meatloaf, and here are the ingredients. We're going to start with 2 pounds of ground turkey, some salt, some pepper, some breadcrumbs, some garlic, ketchup, a couple of eggs, some curly parsley, a couple of bell peppers, and some onion. And basically I'm making a double batch of this recipe, so we're making a little bit extra, but on the recipe on the blog you will have half of this amount of what I'm using. It serves around 4 people, but today we're going to do 6 to 8 people depending on how much they eat. So for my husband, you're going to eat a lot. So we're going to start. I'm going to start seasoning with the salt and the pepper so that way I don't get the salt and the pepper dirty. So just a little bit of salt, some pepper. We're going to use some breadcrumbs. This is about 1.5 cups, so we're just going to dump that in. I'm going to take some garlic. I'm going to take about a tablespoon of garlic. And this is just minced garlic. You can mince it fresh yourself if you'd like, but we're just going to use some prepackaged garlic. I'm going to drop in our parsley, and we love I personally love parsley. I know my husband doesn't really like it, but he loves it in this meatloaf. The peppers and the onion. I used about a medium onion. I used 2 bell peppers, and they were about a medium size as well, and half a bunch of parsley. So this is what it's supposed to look like. We're going to crack our eggs. Then we're going to move all this out of the way. I'm going to get my hands dirty, so we're going to start mixing. So make sure you don't over knead or over mix your meatloaf. I forgot to add the ketchup, so we're just going to add about 1/2 cup of ketchup. And we're going to mix this and we're going to put it into our loaf pan. So I normally don't spray my loaf pan. I just put the meatloaf in there because the natural oils from the turkey will keep them from sticking. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pass this over here. And I have my oven preheated at 350 degrees. And this is going to go in there for about 55 minutes to an hour. So right now what I'm doing is I am forming it in the form of a loaf. You know, decide what you want to put in your meatloaf. This is just my recipe. We like to eat pretty healthy around here, and we love turkey. You can also supplement, and you can do beef. You could also do veal or pork, but we like the taste of the turkey with this. It's kind of like an Italian meatloaf. Alright, so I'm going to wash my hands, and then we'll get back to putting a little bit of ketchup on the top of the loaf and sticking it in the oven. So we're just going to put some of this over the top of it. And I always cook it uncovered. Some people cover it, but I don't. So I'm just going to put enough to cover the top. And you can put as much as you want. You can also use barbecue sauce. You can put bacon over the top of your meatloaf. But we like the taste of ketchup. Alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to stick this in the oven for about 55 minutes to an hour, and I'll get back to you and let you know how this comes out. Alright, my meatloaf was in the oven for about an hour and a half, and the reason it was an hour and a half was because I do have 2 pounds of meat, but if you do the 1 pound, it should take about an hour. So what we're going to do now is we're just going to cut into it. We're just going to take these pieces. The end pieces are my favorite. Alright. Let's see if I can get this all in one piece. Alright, perfect. So this is what this guy looks like. So here's the meatloaf, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a little bit more ketchup to the meatloaf, and I like to add just a little bit more ketchup on the top. Alright. And basically I just serve it with the mashed potatoes, and as you can hear my son, he says yummy. So, just a little bit of mashed potatoes, and a little bit of the meatloaf. It's probably going to be scorching hot, so I'm just going to take a little bit.
Okay. Can I try?
Delicious. Hope you like it. Thanks for watching. Subscribe and like.